All right. So I don't know how this looks from from your vantage point, and I hope that this is good. So let's go for a ride. Hopefully this. Oh, by the way, it is now 10:25 almost. Just a few seconds away. All right, and we're off. All right. I'll try to limit my speaking as much as possible so that you guys can hear the car, hear the engine, and all of that good stuff. Let's let this gentleman pass. So I'm noticing right now that the speedometer is not working. However, that's interesting. It was working fine before. However, the odometer is working because I'm seeing the tenths tick up as I'm driving. So that's kind of curious. Full transparency, I have no idea what that is or why that is. It was working fine the other day. But the odometer is kicking. Right now the car has 17,541 miles. And it seems it just switched over to the 41 while the trip on the top was going from 7/10 to 8/10. Now it's at 9/10. The trip on the top is at 153. And now it's back at 0 on the 10th, and it's at 154. So that's working. I don't know why there's a difference and why it's switching when it gets to between 7 and 8/10. Why it's switching the actual mileage on the bottom of the car. But old car problems, I guess. I don't know. What do I know? Car shifts fine. Obviously, like any older manual transmission car, after a little while of driving it, you're gonna understand the way that each individual car shifts. I don't know, the people watching, how many old cars you've had. I've had quite a few old cars. I've been buying and selling old cars since I was 17 years old. So I guess I should call them classic cars. Old cars kind of makes it seem as it's not a good thing. But I have been buying and selling these old cars, like I said, since I was 17. I'm 52 now. And I can tell you that each car has its own little nuance, its own little quirk, right? As far as driving it is concerned. And it's just a matter of getting used to each individual car. It's not even to say, I mean, for the most part, right? Like all air-cooled 911s drive the same, right? Well, yes and no, because obviously some of the G bodies drive a little bit differently, definitely than the 964s. Definitely the 964 drives a little bit different than the 993. So it's not always the same, but you know what I mean. Let's go this way. Oops. And as far as the speedometer not working, I'm pretty sure that it's the Speedo gear. Maybe. I can't imagine that it would be the cable since the odometer is working. So maybe the speedometer gear needs to be replaced in this car. The good thing is that the miles are working, and that's refreshing. Because from what I was told when this car was purchased, it was purchased from the son of the original owner. The original owner resided right here in South Florida. I'm in Miami Springs right now. The original owner resided in Coral Gables, which is just a few minutes from here. I was told that the car was used, but it wasn't used that much, and that according to what I was told, there's a strong chance that this mileage might actually be the correct original mileage on the car. So that it hasn't tripped over, it hasn't gone over, or whatever. So I don't know. Take that with a grain of salt, however you want to interpret that. Even if the car has 117,000 miles, it's still considerably low for a 53-year-old car. But it does drive really, really well. As you can see in the video, I think that you can see the whole dash. You don't see any cracks in the dash. I don't know. I think you can see it in the video. Again, I'm not looking at the back of the camera here. So it does have the original radio, which somebody pointed out in the comments that that's a pretty valuable thing to have, as most of them have been swapped out since these came with AM radios. People opted out for the FM radios, and this one does retain its original radio. The carpet, as you can tell, it's faded, with time. Bound to happen. I guess a carpet switch would be fine. Somebody told me paint the carpet. I didn't want to go that route. I didn't think that would be a proper way to present the car, so I didn't do it. And if you're listening, I don't know if you could hear it. There's a couple little rattles throughout the car and whatnot, and that's, again, it's an old car, so you're bound to have little bits of rattling here and there. Sorry, it's a classic car, so you're bound to have little bits of rattling here and there. Again, I don't know if you can hear the rattling or not, but it's slight, and I'm sure if you just find what it is, and maybe it's like a loose bolt or something, God knows. It doesn't really bother me much, and if this window were open and the top were down, then it would probably wouldn't even hear it. If you can hear the clicking, that's the turn signal. Which, did I mention that all the turn signals work in this car? That all the lights work in this car? Basically everything works in this car, except the air conditioning. But it doesn't have air conditioning, so probably why it doesn't work. Alright guys, so I'm almost back home. I'm just a few houses back, and this will be the conclusion of the video, especially since our lawn care guys are here and you're not going to be able to hear me anymore. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. As of this point, I believe that there's just today's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so there's about 3 days left in the auction. So happy bidding, good luck, and somebody's going to get a really nice, what I would like to refer to as a survivor type car that doesn't require much, if anything, to really be a keeper. This is a car that you could enjoy it as is. So I'll shut up now because I just closed the window and I'm in South Florida, so it's hot. See you guys. Thank you.